pink today. We got pink starburst, we got pinkish lips and shirt. No. This is all Alexa Riley's fault. They gave me a goodie bag full of candy. Evil, she says as she chews happily. Hey YouTube, and we're back for video 2 of this week. Yeah. Today's video we are talking about writers. You need critique partners and beta readers. Yeah, you do. So first things first, what is the difference between a critique partner and a beta reader? Critique partners, or CPs, as the read world, acronyms and all that. CPs are usually other writers that you trade your work with over a long period of time. This is a person you can send all of or most of your projects to. They're usually with you during the revision phases, and they also tend to be that writer friend that you can go to when you're freaking out. Most times than not, you end up becoming really good friends with them, if they aren't already. And you'll read their work and give them feedback as well. My critique partners, depending on the project, may vary. I have a core group, and they're usually the first to end up seeing all of those nasty first drafts. Their opinions I trust most when it comes to my writing. Those are my critique partners. Beta readers are, in fact, readers or writers who will read your work for overall feedback. Now, whether you use them for the beginning of the process, during, or the end, that is up to you as the writer. The whole point of beta readers is to help guide you towards improving your story. The only way to understand how your readers will interpret and experience your story is to share it. Yes. That is a terrifying notion. At my first attempt at writing a book, I was petrified at the idea of needing to share it. Here I was, little old me, with no elaborate English degree, taking on this crazy task that others more experienced might look down upon and laugh at me. My first ever critique partner was my best friend Heather. She's a better writer than I am, and she's always been my grammar Nazi, even through text message. I love you, Heather. I knew I could trust her with telling me the truth. She has no problem putting our friendship aside and giving me some tough love. But it was only because she believed in me and wanted to see my stories succeed. Showing her was a bit nerve-wracking, but it wasn't as bad as, let's say, showing a stranger. Eventually, I knew I had to rip the band-aid and share my work with said strangers. Story time. I've mentioned this previously, but there is an author. Her novel got turned into a movie that is pretty well known. I had the opportunity to actually meet her for coffee, and this was the first time ever I was attempting to write a manuscript for a fiction novel. I had written screenplays, movie scripts, and theater plays for many years. This was a whole other monster that I had yet to really dabble in. So here I was, little me, meeting this author and showing her the first 3 chapters of my novel. Let's just say it was an experience. And I did leave slightly mortified, but she was so kind and very informative, and she really went out of her way to give me resources to help me actually improve and find the tools that I needed to move forward. There were simple format structure issues that I would have never known unless I had shared my work with someone else. Eventually, I decided to hunt down an SCBWI group, which is Society of Chicken Books? No. Society of Children's Books, Writers, Illustrators. They have writer groups all throughout the United States. You can find one in your city. I started attending those groups, and eventually I shared my first chapter. And holy moly, I thought I was going to die. It was a very scary thing. I was shaking. My voice was shaking. I was mad at my voice for shaking. But in the end, as nervous as I was, and as not so happy with the feedback they gave me at first it ended up being that they were right. Took me a few months to accept that. And I am very glad that I did share my work with them, because I know that that experience really helped me move on to the next level of my writing. Sharing your work as a writer is very important. We cannot do this alone. There are many factors that go with publishing a book. And if you're serious about writing a story and sharing it, whether it be through traditional publishing or through self-publishing or whatever other media, Wattpad? For those who write like fan fiction, whatever means you choose to take your story in, the point is that you need to share your work if you truly care about this story and your characters. You also need the feedback of those who will be your target audience. You are now writing the story for them to enjoy and to experience. If not, just keep the novel to yourself then. Whether you are self-publishing or again, you're going through the traditional publishing route and are going to be submitting to agents and publishing houses, you want and need to have a polished and finished product available before doing so. The competition out there is already tremendous. If you are submitting to an agent, they're going over hundreds upon hundreds of manuscripts. And that first page or 10 pages they read, if you're lucky, has to be clean, put together, and engaging in order to stand out among the rest. You don't want a mortifying experience like I had with that big author to be what an agent ends up seeing. And definitely not what you want to put out there if you go the self-publishing route, because readers are more than happy to jump in on those reviews and remark on poorly edited or non-edited work. Writing is a business. Yes, it's creative, but any and all creative works and expressions go through working and reworking until they're the best that they can be before presenting them. So yes, CPs and beta readers are a necessary process to writing and finishing a book. You need to be open to listening to constructive criticism. Notice I said constructive, because yes, you will come upon those critique partners, more so beta readers probably, who don't really know you because they tend to be either strangers or acquaintances, maybe friends, but you will come across those who have a less constructive approach to their opinions and criticism of your work. And when it comes to that, those are the ones you can happily take a step away from, because that is not what you need in the writing process. When it comes to beta readers, when it comes to critique partners, you want to find those who are going to be respectful, who are going to be constructive, and who are going to be genuine about their feedback when it comes to the book. So now you're asking, Desiree, how do I find said CPs and beta readers? Just as writing creatively needs to be treated as a business, so does the importance of networking. I know, the heart of every introvert just died a little. I'm sorry. You need to find those pockets of groups and like-minded people. Get on Twitter, put on there the hashtag #AmWriting, writers, authors, and see who you can connect with. Chat and get to know other writers that you naturally click with. And please, as a rule, be genuine. Other people can tell when you don't genuinely care about who they are as a person and you're just trying to use them for whatever resources that they may help provide you. And 9 times out of 10, they'll back away. And there goes your opportunity to making a new writer buddy. Go on Instagram, find other writers. Facebook groups, there's tons of them. The internet, though it has its flaws, provides so many options for writers, especially because we live in front of a computer most of the time. Also, readers, book lovers, people you fangirl and gush with about books. These are your beta readers. This is the very audience who will possibly read and buy your book. You want their feedback. If they're not fangirling over your work or your characters, then it's our job as writers to find out why and revise until our story feels complete and appeals to our target audience. Don't be scared. Have ice cream and chocolate on hand. If you're over 21, wine. Lots and lots of wine. Have it ready. Sharing your work, it's scary stuff, but it's all part of the process. And hey, you're not alone. We're all in this crazy emotional roller coaster together. So if you find yourself asking, again, do I really need a critique partner? Do I really need beta readers? The answer is yes. you do. They will be beneficial to your writing process. They will be beneficial to the overall outcome of your book. If you care about your story, if you care about your characters, if you genuinely have a desire to share them and you want others to love them as much as you do, then you need to be open to listening to the critique of other people, to the feedback and opinions, because these are the very people you're sharing your book with. Why wouldn't you care what they have to think? So that's all for today. I hope you guys like this video. If you guys have any more questions about beta readers, critique partners, or the writing process, please, by all means, leave your comments and questions down below. I hope you guys enjoyed video 2 of this week because of your awesome support and patience and understanding for the lack of videos for the last, I think it was month. Again, I'm so sorry. And as always, we ask that if you like this video, you guys give it a thumbs up. There is a thumb, it's pointing up. It's either there or there. You should click that thumb. Also, if this is your first time here, hey, hi, how are you? Welcome to our channel. There is a subscribe button. It's red. I think it's rectangle. And it's either there, somewhere. Click that button to subscribe so that you know every time we have a new video coming to you. Check out our website, coffeereadingwriting.com, for all of our mug merch that we have in store. We're working on a fun fall one, so follow us in social media. All of those links are down below so that you will be updated when we have that new mug available. Till next time, guys, I'll see you again with more randomness. Bye! I will read us.